The two-day hearing for a controversial nominee for the next chief of the Constitutional Court, Lee Dong-heub, kicked off on this Monday, where the former Constitutional Court judge spent most of the day refuting alleged ethical lapses. Our political correspondent Kim Yeon-ji reports.
The 13 lawmakers presiding over Lee Dong-heub's confirmation hearing wasted no time on Monday, probing Judge Lee about whether he is suited to head the Constitutional Court of Korea, the bastion of people's fundamental rights.
As a former Constitutional Court judge, I always ruled cases fully respecting the Parliament's legislative power. I also made sure not to judge cases based on my personal policy leanings.
In particular, the lawmakers took issue with Lee's frequent trips abroad during his 6-year tenure as a Constitutional Court justice. Not only did Lee's number of trips exceed the number authorized by the court, certain lawmakers argued that the nominee skimped on air tickets to pocket the difference. Although his job as a Constitutional Court justice entitled him to a first-class seat for official trips, an opposition lawmaker alleged that Judge Lee downgraded his ticket to a business-class seat on a visit to the U.S. in December 2008, and then kept the difference. Lee denied ever doing so, saying that all justices were required to fly on business-class tickets. A number of representatives also accused Lee of embezzlement of taxpayer money, saying that he saved the funds issued for work-related activities, about $3,800, in his private account. While records do show he pocketed the money every month, the judge failed to give clear answers about how he used the money. The committee also questioned some of his controversial rulings in the past. Regarding the government's recovery of assets of pro-Japanese collaborators, Lee said he ruled the act partially unconstitutional because it could cause the government to confiscate wealth that was rightfully acquired during the time of Japanese colonial rule of Korea. While the main opposition Democratic United Party has vowed to stamp out Lee's nomination, the ruling Century Party intends to give Lee ample opportunity to clear up the allegations against him. Since Judge Lee was nominated based on President Lee Myung-bak's consultations with President-elect Park Geun-hye, a failure to gain parliamentary approval could hurt Park and the ruling party. If the special committee certifies a two-day hearing, the final step in the nomination process will be a vote in the National Assembly, which is expected to go into session on Thursday. But with ruling and opposition party lawmakers in a tug-of-war over the nomination, Lee's fate remains uncertain. Kim Yeon-ji, Arirang News.